Everything's coming up to Timberwolves. Yeah, in the zone. Simple dedication to the team when you're in the know. Timberwolves. Yeah, in the soul. Lifting all the positivity for the Wolves to grow. So, where we going from here, man? We listen week to week to get the clearest to clear. Recaps, got that. Soundcap, got that. Team ads, got that. So tell me what they do not have, huh? How dare you? Foolish question to ask, but I don't mean to go brag. But boy, they got all the stats, and they could go all the way back from KG to Zerbiak. And all I'm saying is that the cast a one-stop shop for my Timberwolves. Timberwolves. Ain't a thing falling, everything's coming up. Timberwolves. Timberwolves. Falling from the autumn, ain't nobody gonna stop them. It's the Timberwolves. Timberwolves. Phonies, you can spot them, they the sheep under their clothes. Timberwolves. Timberwolves. Talk a lot about them, y'all don't really know. Let's go.
Welcome into the Everything's Coming Up Timberwolves podcast. As you may have noticed, I did not have time to remake the intro yet, but I will tell you it's coming, and I got some ideas. Anyway, my name is Gabe Anderson, and we're going to do something fun today, but first let's introduce the group. Chris Emerson. Chris, how we doing?
We're doing well, still sitting in first place.
That's true. That's a good point. And Jared, good. How we doing?
We're doing great. I kind of had something funny happen to me today. We were leaving basketball camp, and my son said he wants Arby's, and I should have known better when Chris, about 6 months ago, said Arby's will have anyone through their drive-through, and I was kind of pissed.
Yeah, they do close pretty early. So we usually do a podcast, as you know, but today we're gonna do something a little different. So I've created here. Let me share my screen really quick. So I have created a tier list. We are going to go through Minnesota Timberwolves jerseys of the past and present. I think most of them are there, if not all of them. I might have missed a few, but if I do, make sure to tell me in the comments if I missed any. But, we're just going to give our opinions. I think, I know in the past, particularly Chris has had differing opinions from me and Jared, so we'll get right into it. So let's let me share my screen here. And let's start with this. Chris, what do you look for in a good jersey?
Well, one thing I think people have to understand is there's a difference between a good jersey and a good team. And I think sometimes people get confused with those two things. What I look for in a jersey is something that I think is going to be classic, something that I think is going to be able to be something that'll be able to wear for decades without, like being too gimmicky or too, in the moment kind of thing, like what's hot right now kind of vibe. I look for the font to be something that, that catches my eye a little bit. I think the colors are very important. I think we saw that on those on the alternative ones we had last year. Were just on the court, like on TV, they showed up beautifully. Like they were electric, and it added some pizzazz. Where some jerseys are just boring, and it almost makes it boring to watch. So, all that stuff is kind of all part of it.
And Jared, let's go to you. What do you look for in a jersey?
So a lot of what Chris said, but for me, it's really comes down to the color scheme and does it fit your organization? That has a big thing, or a big meaning to me with how the colors look and how they present themselves, and kind of like sticking to what the original organization is about. And I'll talk about that when we get to a couple jerseys in particular, that there's certain jerseys that I just don't like because of the colors. There's certain jerseys that I don't like just because of the font, and we'll talk about each and every one of these jerseys, and it should be a lot of fun. However, I got some different opinions than you guys, I'm sure. So it'll be fun to do. It'll be kind of interesting.
Yeah, it will. So what we're going to do is this tier list right here, and I'll also put a bigger version up on the screen just so everyone can see it. And so obviously we know how tier list works. S is superior, A, B, C, D, F. We all kind of know what that works. And we will start, and I think we're going to have differing opinions off the bat on this one. We're starting with the Black Trees jersey. This one right here, and you see him against the New York Knicks on this one. Chris, where would you put this jersey?
I put that one as like a C minus D plus.
Really?
That's what I put that one at.
Jared, what do you think?
Well, me and you agree on this jersey, Gabe, and we've talked about these jerseys in the past. But for me, this is an S. This is as good as they ever got. These were my all-time favorite jerseys. I had this jersey with the exact player wearing it. I love everything about these jerseys, and we even saw them recreate these jerseys in the last City Edition. In a way, obviously a little different color scheme, which I'm sure we'll run into that jersey in a little bit.
Right.
I really, really like these jerseys. The only thing that I would change about these jerseys is the font. It's the only thing that kind of bothers me about it. Is it's too busy with what's going on with the lettering. But for me, it's still an S. The classic tree trims around the jersey and on the shorts. I loved everything about these jerseys, and it was kind of like the only time we ever really. Well, this was like our first like introduction to a black jersey. They were actually,
Sure.
I believe they're alternate jerseys. We didn't wear them as often as you might think. But these were my favorite. So it's going to be an S for me.
Okay. You see, what I liked about these jerseys is obviously this picture is on the road, but I loved how they looked with the court, where you had like the trees all along the sidelines. So I looked the way. So why don't we split the difference and put it in B tier? You guys okay with that?
Well, let me tell you why I was against him actually. And to
Yeah,
be
sure, go
truthful,
ahead.
I had him. I'm looking at my list. I had him as a D. This is why I don't like him.
Okay.
I don't like the black because it was super gimmicky. Like the Bulls did the black, and then every single team did the black right after. And it's like, hey, what do you do if you want to try to get a cool jersey? Oh, we'll make it black. Like everyone did it. Like it wasn't unique. It was played out. I think the trees, I kind of think the trees are dumb. They're just a busy border, takes your eye away from what's going on. That little leg logo, that's like one of the trashiest alternate logos. Like, I don't even know what the hell's going on with that. The font on it, like it looks like I've said this before, it's like what you do when you're in 6th grade and you're trying to like draw cool letters. Like it's like what a child does to try to draw cool letters. And the numbers are almost undecipherable, some of them. Like they don't even like look like real numbers. The only thing that makes this great is it's on an MVP, it's on a Hall of Famer, and we were a great team. And I'm just gonna guess this was probably both of your introductions to Timberwolves basketball where you really started watching.
Yes,
So
100%.
like there's so much nostalgia with you guys, which is fine, and that's part of the beauty of it. It's hard, I think, to be completely unbiased on it. But yeah, that's why I had that like as a D, is because there's really nothing I like about it other than the player that was wearing it.
Okay. Should we split the difference and call it a B, kind of average it out?
Yeah.
Sure.
All right, sounds good. So that goes there. All right, so next one, and I wish this was in better order, but it was just kind of how we went. It's here. Let me get rid of Garnett really quick, kind of like the Wolves did to the Celtics. Let's see. So we got the white current jersey. Oh, here we go. There we go. It's a little grainy, but it's the best. So
That's fine.
we got those jerseys. The current, what are they? The home jerseys, right? Or are they road? I can't remember.
It looks like the home ones.
Oh, okay. So what do we think of this one? Anybody can talk. Anybody can go.
I'll go.
Oh.
I really like the simplicity of this. Like this kind of reminds me of a jersey that can last last forever. There's nothing gimmicky about it. There's nothing like overly flashy. It's just clean lines. Everything's simple. I think it's a clean, nice jersey. The only thing I would do different, which you're probably going to hear quite a bit from me, is I would go. I mean, it would be really nice if they could go back to the original colors, like that dark blue up top. Let that be the normal light blue, and that light blue slash be like that green. I think that would be fire. Or like the letters be green. I don't know. But I mean, it's a simple, nice jersey. It's not going to blow you out of the water, but I think it looks solid. I gave it a B.
B. All right. What do you think, Jared?
I'm a little bit lower. This jersey to me, it's clean, but it's also super plain. And maybe you like plain jerseys. Like some people really get behind, like Chris said, he likes stuff that's simple and that can be worn for years to come. And that's fine. For me, this jersey is just middle of the road. One thing that really bothers me about this, and it's kind of like nitpicking because I don't think there's a better way to do it. But I feel like the shorts in a different color. Maybe if you went like an aqua blue shorts matching that middle stripe, maybe that could have worked out a little better. But for me, there's just too much white going on. But it's solid. It gets the job done. But I'll put it in the C range just because I'm not a fan of how plain it is, I guess.
Okay. What stands out to me when I look at this jersey, it kind of reminds me of soccer a little bit. Like I've always seen it as kind of a soccer jersey, which isn't good or bad. Now, I will say, spoiler alert for coming up, this is definitely an improvement from the crap that we were doing in the early 2010s, early 2009, 2013 era. So what do you think, B or C? What do you think, guys?
Well, what do you rank it? Letter-wise.
More C. I would say more C.
Let's go C.
All right, C on that. All right. So now we got the very controversial, and honestly, I would have hated this because I hated playing with sleeves in AAU and stuff. We got the sleeve jersey. What do we think? What's that?
That's an F for me.
That's terrible.
I 100% agree. This was
and what I hated the most about those is we wore those all the time. Like we wore that sleeve jersey a ton. Mm-hmm. I hated it. I mean, the size stupid, everything's stupid.
I've never once played basketball and not worn an actual jersey. I've never had sleeves on. I never had an undershirt with sleeves on. I like I'm wearing right now. Like I said, I just got back from my son's basketball camp and I was on the court dribbling with him a little bit. I want my arms to be free. I want to be able to shoot the ball. I don't want something restricting, holding me back or making something more have more effort. To me, the sleeves alone make it an F, but even more than that, it's like the same jersey that we just looked at, but it's black on black. It's super, super plain. On top of having sleeves just makes it horrendous.
I'm 100% with you. Yeah, I agree. I'm 100% with you on the F just because, man, like the non-sleeves is a huge point to like get rid of heat, like body heat, and to keep it in with the sleeve is a major L. So I'm thinking we go F on this one. Everyone agree?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
All right, so the next one, I don't have the best picture for it, but let's get rid of Ricky. Let's see if I can find it. Here it is.
Miss you, Ricky.
Kevin Love alone in that picture so white that it brings it down a whole letter grade.
Well, did you see when I posted a couple weeks ago the all-white lineup that we put up? It was like Shaved, AK, Love.
Oh, yeah, that's a cream team.
Yeah, the cream team. Yeah. What do we think of this one? I find it kind of boring. What do you guys think?
It's an F for me.
It's an F?
I'll give it a D solely because they did something with the stripe going up here where it's two-tiered color.
Okay.
In general, it's easy to say things are great and terrible, but I think this is a little bit better than absolute trash. So I'm going to put the D category on this one.
I'm going to agree with D, so I think we'll go D just because it doesn't have sleeves. So for the most part,
we're only gonna have one.
No. There'll be more Fs coming up. Don't get me wrong. We get D tier. So next coming up, we got a controversial figure, but the jersey is what we're talking about. This one, the green neon jersey. What do we think?
So people might be surprised. I've got that as a B.
Got that as a B, okay.
I don't like the shorts, but just because that green or the dark on the bottom kind of makes them look like they're booty shorts when they're out there because it makes them look shorter. But I like it. I would like it better if it was the traditional green. I think that's something that we keep on, like this green right here. That's something we keep missing out on is there's very few teams that really have a solid like green. Like everyone goes blue. So a lot of blues out there. Like green is an underused color in the NBA, and I think it would be beautiful for Minnesota to have a actual living like leaf tree green. But I like it. I don't mind it. I'd say I like it better than I like it about the same as the white, maybe a little bit better. So I put it as a B. So I put the white as a B. So,
Jared, what do you think?
I'm a little bit higher than Chris on this one. I'm going to give this one an A. I really like this jersey, specifically because it has its own identity. Like we would wear these on Saturday night home games. Like you knew when you could see these jerseys, like they made them a certain day of the week. If they're playing at home, this is the jerseys that they were going to wear, So they had a specific date for them. And they would wear them every time. They might have mixed them in a little bit here and there just to wear them, but every Saturday night home game, this is what they wore. This is the jersey I have in my closet of Karl Anthony Towns. So I was obviously a big fan of this jersey. And I think it's very significant to mention that our Timberwolves fan base is pretty young. Like when you go to games, there's quite a few people under 40, I would say. A pretty significant young crowd every time I'm there, or what's around me anyways. And this was part of that like new era kind of thing with the Wolves. So I was a big fan of this. A for me.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go B as well. I think the positive in it, if the lights go out, we'll be able to see the players. so I think that's the so I think we'll go B on this one. I like it too. But it's not quite A tier, and we'll get to A tier and S tier in a little bit.
A lot of people hate that jersey.
Yeah, a lot of people don't like it. I never minded it. Like you said, Jared, it always meant it was like a Saturday night, and I believe that year we actually played pretty well on Saturday nights when we did play with that jersey, or maybe not that year.
We were good with Jimmy, so we should be.
Yeah, absolutely. So Next one we'll go with here. I'm again sorry about the player, but it's the best I could find. But we got the MSP kind of sky blue jersey.
I'll go.
Sure.
I'll go first on this one because I know Chris is going to tell me that he hates this jersey, and I know Gabe is going to tell me that he hates this jersey. I'm kind of a fan of this jersey. I would probably put it in the C range, but I feel like you guys are going to be a lot lower on it. Maybe even a B. Like this is a very clean jersey. It's very simple, but because it's a different color blue, I think it coordinates with the white that they're throwing in there as well. Being MSP, I kind of grew up in the cities a little bit, so that was kind of important to me to like really, put the city on the jersey instead of just Minnesota or just Wolves. And I thought it was really cool. I believe these were our city jersey edition, our city edition jerseys for 1 year. That's all they lasted. Obviously city edition jerseys only last 1 year as it is. I thought it was kind of clean. I never bought one. I'm not a big enough fan to own this jersey, but I think it gets slept on a little bit.
So B or C? We were going.
I'll put it in the C because
Okay.
I don't think it's as good as the two that we have in the B.
Okay, Chris, what do you think?
I went B.
Oh,
I like it. I like that it's asymmetrical. Like there'll be something going, like there's that white stripe just on one side. I think that's clean. I like the Minnesota St. Paul or the Minneapolis St. Paul. I like the Wolves going kind of like sideways down the leg. I like the big logo on the right leg, not on the left leg. I liked it all. Like I thought it's a clean jersey. Yeah, I would.
which is
I would rock
completely
those
the
shorts.
opposite of what Jared thought we were going to say. But
Yeah, if they didn't
surprisingly,
sell shorts, if they didn't sell like NBA team issued shorts for like $85, I would probably buy those shorts. But I'd only pay like $25-$30.
right. I'm with you. I'm a B as well. I like this jersey. I've always liked when teams go with like the what is it, like the airplane, like the airport stuff or whatever, the MSB.
Mhm.
Right.
I've always liked that. So I think we got to put it in B tier if we average out.
Oh yeah.
I think that's a sleeper, and I think we all kind of like that one. Next one, we got the D'Angelo Russell jersey here. Sorry, I don't have the shorts, but you can remember what the shorts look like. This was, I believe, this was the city jersey for 2021, I believe, or something like that. What do we think of this one?
Jared, you go.
All right, I'll hit lead off because it's what I'm called to do. I'm gonna put this in the. Oh man, I really like these jerseys. I'll put them in either A or B, whatever has to be the tiebreaker vote.
No, you go with your vote, and then we'll decide.
I'll put it in the B. I don't want to have too many in the B. I hate the only thing I hate the lettering. It's the lettering on this jersey. Actually, you know what? Because of the lettering, it's going to be a C.
Okay.
Because no one says min and puts MINN. Nobody. Like that is the only thing they missed out on this jersey. I love the classic retro back to the tree jersey kind of look, except without the trees. It's just got the green bordering. I really like that. It's simple, but it's a C because of MIN, and nobody ever abbreviates or says min. Like we're either from Minnesota or you're from MN. You're not from min.
Sure.
Right.
Chris, your thoughts?
Yeah, I was between a C or a D on this one because it was right when we went with the new logo. So I was a little bit against the new logo because it was too busy. I don't mind the little North Star thing, but what it told me was that the new people coming in that were pushing the new franchise, that pushed the new design, didn't even care enough to figure out what's like, get the pulse of the town, get the pulse of the state. Like if you go in the how you represent the state is something that's never been an abbreviation ever for this state.
Sure. Yeah, it's kind of tone deaf.
It's kind of tone deaf, and it really looks like you just threw something together quick. So I'm gonna go with a D on that one. So
man. So Jared, you said C, right?
Yeah.
Man. I liked it until I noticed the MINN thing, because I'm looking at it again and again, and I don't
mind
like
you,
it more.
That's the most important thing on the entire jersey is the team name. So
it is. You're starting
the
to
most important thing is the worst thing.
So I think I'm going to go D as well. I coming in here, I'd be a B or C, but the more I look at it, the more I don't like it. All right, so next one, current jersey. I'm sorry, I know it's blurry, but that's just how this website works. So we got the current kind of black and blue with the stripe. We kind of talked about this earlier. I think it looks soccery, but I think this one looks a little better. I'll give it a B. What do you think, Chris or Jared? Either one.
I'll go. I got that as a D. I think it's trash. I think it's so dark that it really makes us look slow. The way those shorts are, like, look at how those shorts look. Like, it almost looks like they've got like ball hugger shorts on, because that light blue underneath that kind of like gets lost in the shuffle.
Uh-huh.
I just think it's. I mean, again, I like the design. It's just the colors are so bad to me. They're so dark. It just it screams boring. Like
Okay.
nobody's ever been like, "Ooh, you know what I want? That navy blue thing." Like nobody's been into
Right.
that. So
I
I
feel
go.
like I feel so sometimes you buy jerseys just because of what the jersey looks like. Like for example, and Chris might hate this, but I bought the Tracy McGrady, no, the Vince Carter like dinosaur jersey thing like for the
Classic.
Raptors. I didn't
I
really
like
buy
the
that because of
nostalgia
Vince.
of it.
I bought that because it looks cool. I don't think anyone is buying this jersey because it looks cool. I just think
No.
they wanted an Anthony Edwards jersey, and that's the one that they chose.
Yep.
Jared, so wait, Chris, you gave it a D, right?
A D.
I'm in. I say C. What do you think, Jared?
I was gonna say C, but I would really like this jersey to be classified as a D. So I'm gonna change my vote to a D because
All right.
there's just I always it's funny, like people ask me like, well, what are you looking for? We talked about it at the beginning of the show, and I like colorful jerseys. I like things that stand out. And the shorts are horrendous. The shorts are an F because
So
there's 3 different colors going on. And it's all over the place. The top isn't that bad, but let's throw it in a D category here.
All right. Yep. Tie goes to the runner, so D. All right. Next one. Got a sweet picture of Rudy flexing. Let me get it up here. By the way, I think I heard this right. Schedule comes out tomorrow. Is that correct? I believe.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Didn't we do
Tomorrow
this one
afternoon, I
already?
think.
What'd you
We
say?
did this one with Anthony. We did this with Anthony
did we?
Edwards already. C.
Oh, we did. Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I just wanted to show him flexing. Okay.
By the way, Rudy Gobert is ripped.
I
For a
seen a video of
7'2"
him.
guy?
I seen a video of him working out the other day, and that dude is just jacked.
For
All right,
7'2", dude, that's hard to get.
All right, so we'll move on. I'm sorry, there's no shorts on this one, but the kind of the gray. What is this?
Jesus.
Gray or teal? Is it teal?
Great.
That's
it. How did you get that jersey? Has that even ever been in production?
I'll tell you
Took that out of. They took that out of his locker.
If you look up Timberwolves gray jersey, that's what'll come up. So that's what I got.
I'll tell you what that is right there. That's an F. First of all, none of those colors go with our organization. That's the Brooklyn Nets jersey, basically. That's terrible, and the lettering looks horrendous. Everything's bold. That's an F for me.
It's just boring. What do you think, Chris?
So I am a huge fan of gray and like tones of gray. I think it can look really nice. They did not do that on this one. I don't like the two-tone front and back. I think that's dumb. Someone trying to be clever. I don't even know what's happening on the side with these little slashes. All like I don't get that.
They're trying to do like the trees again, but it's not really.
Yeah, but the
working.
trees were like trees.
Defined.
Like I get
Yeah.
what I understand what it is. Yeah, this is like super fast done. This is trash. It's an F.
All right, I tend to agree. Let's go F. We'll put it right next to the sleeves. All right, let's take a I believe an uptick because this one. Let's see if I can find it here. No, not that one. That's the next one. Sorry. Here we go. All right, so the Timberwolves purple rain jersey's got a nice picture of Derrick Rose on there, and honestly, for me, I know I haven't really scratched this itch yet, but this is S tier for me. I love this jersey. What do you guys think? And I feel like you're gonna have differing opinions, but
I know Jared. I know kind of his on this. So I'll go first. I like it a lot. I think that font, that Wolves font, is maybe the best like alternate font that we've had. Like it's cursive. It's kind of clean. Yeah, I like it. I mean, I like the jersey a lot. The pink's fine. Like I could have used that as a, a baby blue would have looked good. I mean, but just the layout's good. The fact it's got a Prince vibe, it's a Prince thing. Right after he died is kind of got a cool vibe to it. Side note, the ones that the Lynx had to honor Prince or First Avenue were
Oh
super
yeah.
cool. Those were
Oh, those
super
were
good.
great.
But no, I would say I had this as an A.
Yeah, this is all right. So I got S. You've got A. Jared, what do you got?
So this is
He's
going
gonna try
to
to tank
offend.
it.
This is going to offend a lot of people. So I hated this jersey.
Whoa.
The reason why I don't like this jersey, the number one reason why I don't like this jersey is it gives me Miami Heat vibes. And being a fan in Minnesota, we've grown to hate the Heat basically because Jimmy Butler went there and he's had a ton of success. That's just my personal stance. But I would put this as a D solely because I like the font. I hate the colors. I know it was a tribute to Prince, and Prince is very important to Minnesota, and these jerseys were a very big deal to the city and state of Minnesota. But I just don't. I'm not there with them. Black and pink. I know people were lined up out the doors to buy these jerseys. They were extremely popular. And I know that I'm going to get trashed for saying that it's a D, and that's fine. I'm a guy with an opinion, just like we all are. But this one for me, really, it reminded me too much of the Heat. It had colors that weren't really relative to our organization, which kind of bothered me. It's a D for me.
All right, so SAD, I think that averaged out to about an A. Should we put that there?
Yeah,
I know,
probably.
Jared, you can write a letter of dissent like you do in the Supreme Court if you want. And everyone can read. Next, we'll go to this nice picture of Jeff Teague running the offense. Same category, the purple rain jerseys, but white with purple lettering. On here, I think these are nice as well. I don't think these are as good as the purple rain jerseys, but I think these look nice. I'm like an A here. What do you think, Chris?
I'm at an
same.
I'm at an F on these ones.
Oh my gosh!
Even worse than the black ones. The black ones at least had a little bit of respectability to them. These are super plain. That little dot in the middle of 0 just drives me insane. Looks like I'm looking at a bomb and not a number. Kind of bothers me. These are a strong F for me.
Strong F. Okay, so that B. So average out to about a B.
Well, that's.
All right.
I'd even be fine going C with those. He's a strong F. I'm an A. But,
all right, should we go? We go C. All right,
we'll go C. We'll split the other one. We kind of pushed up high, so we'll go C on that one.
Sure.
Just for Jared sandbagging it.
All right, so this one I could not find a shorts picture. Again, this was thrown together very fast, so we get what we get. So we got the old-looking Wolves jersey with the white and the blue lettering with the green, with the green outline. Chris, I know this is the era where you started watching the Wolves, so I assume you're pretty high on these.
I'm high on those. I'm out. Yeah. I mean, clean. The colors are good. It's something that you can wear for 30 years, still look fine. The shorts would have been nice to have. I think the shorts really push these up.
Okay.
With the big, with this symbol on the leg, I think is super clean. I put these as an A. Just because they're timeless to me. I like the green outline around the Wolves. I think the shorts really make them.
Yeah. I look for a picture. I didn't have time. Jared, what do you think?
I think I'll say B. And the only reason why I'll say B is because the three tiered thing, I don't like that. The 3 lines over here, around the neck and around the shoulders. If it was a single line, I would like it. enough to put it as like an A, but it's still a clean, classic jersey. I love the green on the outside of the blue lettering and numbering. I'll stick with B.
B. All right. I'm with you, Chris. I got these as an A. I think these are fantastic. Just a great jersey. And I think we'll go A on this because I think we'll disagree on the next one. So let's find it here. Here we go. Nice picture of Garnett and Sprewell. Sorry you can't see all the shorts, but he needed money to feed his family, so that's right. Where the shorts went. So this one for me, I don't like it as much as the black ones. I'm kind of in like the B range with this. I think they look kind of nice, but I actually think the first jersey I owned was the white version of this. But I got B tier. We'll go with Jared first because I think Chris is going to be the center here.
I mean, there's still a B to me. If not, I mean, if the black ones are a B, these should be right alongside the black ones. I like the black ones a little bit better, obviously, but still the same for me. So this has got to be a B at least. And no, it really can't even be lower than that.
And Chris, what do you think?
I had a C on these. I like these better than the black ones. But I mean, all the problems I had are still there. Like, for example, who in their right mind makes a bigger circle on the top of an 8 opposed to the bottom? You know what I mean? I remember watching them play, and every time I saw Sprewell, I was like, what the hell is that 8? Like, it's obviously upside down. You know, there's so much going on. But I gave these a C. They're fine. I mean, if they redid all of it, if they completely redid it, you know, it'd be better. That's, you know, just kept the same team, you know, put a whole new font on, put a whole new numbers. You know, I really don't mind the trees now that I'm looking at them on the white are a little better. But the problem is the logo was also had them dumbass trees on the sides, which made like the logo like this wide, like
it was tough to draw.
Like a 5-foot wide logo, and it looked terrible on any hat because it's like a big square. Like it was just poorly graphic designed.
Yeah. All right. So I think this one's going. I think this one's going B. All right. So next one, we got a outline of an Al Jefferson jersey. This is where they tried to go with like the river and the darkness of the forest on the side of the shorts, and around the armpits as well. D for me. Jared, what do you think?
It's a D for me too, and I really want to like how this color scheme looked like it was going to work out when the software engineer or whoever makes these jerseys plugged it in, but it ain't there. It had potential, but they missed.
I don't think we had any chance of making the playoffs, even if we had good players in these jerseys. And
I loved Al Jefferson, by the way.
I did. They were super baggy, if I remember right, too.
Yeah, they were.
I remember Mike Miller being, I think I even have a picture of Mike Miller in one of these, the blue one, and it's like, it looks like he's like, you know, in some nightwear. I would say, I think I didn't even rank these, but I mean, I'm comfortable with these being a C or a D.
All right.
Yeah, I mean, they try too hard. I mean, that's the thing, and that's sometimes you're just trying too damn hard, you know, like the Boston Celtics jerseys, they're classic. They're not trying too hard. They're just always good. The Knicks, solid, always good, simple. They don't have all sorts of weird things. Like, you know, don't try too hard.
Yeah, no, I agree. All right, so this one I'm going to put in D tier because they don't have sleeves.
And they still have the dumb font. Like they cleaned up the font a little bit with like not having Timberwolves, just wolves, which helps because like you can actually read it. But they're still like weird. Like, what is that too? Like, what are we doing here?
Well, I think they're trying to.
The 5.
They're trying to harness some of the energy of the glory days. I think
it's supposed to be like wolf teeth or something. Like, come on.
All right, so next one we'll kind of speed up a little bit here, but let's see what's next. So the picture. Oh, here we go. All right, so yeah, kind of blurry. This is the stuff without the river and stuff, and kind of different near the armpits. It's a little bit of different look. What a squad right there, though. What a squad. You got Peck,
okay.
Kmart. Yeah, no, they weren't terrible. They weren't.
I think
terrible.
that's when we were over 500 when Kobe cheap shotted Rubio. Was that these jerseys?
It might have been.
Took his knee out.
I'm thinking this is Corey Brewer 52 territory here. This might have been in those jerseys.
That's crazy to think about. He went for 52. That's insane.
And they were all layups.
I think these are better than whatever stream Dark Knight whatever they were going for. I'm gonna go with C on this. What do you think? What do you think, Jared?
I think I gotta give it a C. Not so much for the jersey, but there's a couple of faces on this team that I liked. Kmart and Peck. I like both of those guys. But if I gotta rank the jersey, it's C, D. But give me C. A little player boost bump on these jerseys.
If you're going C, I'll stick with C. I would have been fine with a D. C's are fine.
I would have.
The neck is weird. They've got that little like point thing, which I didn't quite get, but yeah, I'm fine with a C.
Also, it looks like we have a lot left, but it looks like a good amount of them are actually repeats. So I'm gonna find the ones that
matter.
Like I said, don't use this chart if you're gonna rank, but it's just one of the other. So the next one we've done. So we'll go to this one. And I think this might be S tier for me. I love this jersey. I gotta, and not only that, the good memories along with it. First time making the playoffs without Jimmy Butler. Just the year we had. I mean, getting to do a show with you guys about a playoff team, that was super fun. I'm S tier on these, and the players inside. Ant looks so good in this. I think it's a good blast of the past, and it's a good mixture. But what do you think, Jared?
This is an S. I love how
100%.
it's got to be. Again, the team was successful last year. It was a recreation of the Trees jerseys that you and me both liked. The only thing I hate about this jersey, and it's not going to matter because it's still an S, is the back. I don't like how it's darker on the back. That kind of bothers me. Like if they just would have went with the same tone on the front as they did on the back, this would be the best jersey in Wolves history, and it still might be. Like it's a very, very good jersey.
I love it, Chris. What do you think?
So I've got this as like a B, like a B or an A, because the back was dumb. Like they made it worse by trying to get clever and doing a two-tone, which was stupid. The sides have that thing that the gray ones had with like those weird slashes all down. Like I don't know why they even bothered it. It's like they had to take every single jersey and take something out of it, which is fine. I get what they're doing, but what would be better is just make a good jersey. And what this jersey really did to me is made me realize how dumb we are to go away from those classic colors, because this just they exploded on the court visually. These jerseys, they were so bright and so fun. Yeah, I mean, I like them. So I'll go, if you guys are going S, I mean, I'll go A. We can put it at S. We don't have anything.
All right, we got to put some in S. Yeah, we got to put some. Just quick refresher. Where did we? Looks like Jared had to go for a second. But where did we?
He'll be right back.
Yeah. Where did we end up on? Like I said, this isn't a perfect list. Where did we end up on the one where it has like the river and stuff? Was that an F? Like
yeah, or something like that.
We'll
it's either a D or an F.
We'll put it in D. Oh, we didn't do this one yet. The blue one. Oh, that's right. Okay, so I'll put it.
Yeah, I like it.
All right, so next one
we
here.
got the muskies too.
Yes. Yeah, that was the next one I was gonna do. Let me find it here. I believe the pictures has Rubio on it, right? Yeah, Rubio on Lynn. Let me find the Oh, here it is. All right, so Minnesota Muskies jersey. I know this is kind of a throwback, but we'll talk about it quickly. Chris, what do you think of it?
I had this as an F.
Really?
I don't really mind the jersey too much, but like, who the hell were the Muskies? Like nobody, I don't know if anybody knew who the Muskies were. Like, was that like some semi-pro team?
I think it was like ABL in the 60s.
Yeah, it's just silly. Like, I don't mind it. I mean, it looks like a nice high school jersey.
That's a good point.
It's fine. Maybe I won't say an F. Maybe I'd say a D on that one. Yeah, I'd go a solid D.
All right. I'm a little higher. All right. Looks like we got a comment. Here, let me. Synodex, thanks for jumping on. He says, looks like a college team. And I think that kind of goes with what Chris was saying about like high school. I can see the high school. Jared, what do you think of these Muskies jersey?
I'm in probably the D range on this one.
Okay.
It's super plain, first of all. And the thing that bothers me the most about the jersey is I don't know when you guys go fishing, but I don't call them muskies, or I don't go muskie fishing. I go fishing for northerns. Maybe that's just a me thing. I don't know.
I'm more. I think Minnesota. It's more walleye. Like that. That's
right.
what
I under as far as I'm concerned, muskies and northern are essentially the same fish. If I remember correctly, are they a little different? Muskies a little bigger, maybe. I don't know. I feel like if it should say a fish, it should say northern. It's because I've never gone muskie fishing, but that's just me.
I'm gonna agree with you guys. I'm gonna go D just because I don't think it's as bad as the gray ones.
And it's not. They didn't do anything. They didn't do anything really wrong with it. It's just like whoever the old Muskies basketball team was, nobody knows or cares, and it's just kind of plain. It's not bad. It's just fine. So
that logo in the bottom right hand corner, I don't know what they got, like a fish going on down there that says Muskies.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. It kind of looks like a soccer logo to me, like FC Muskies over there.
Yeah, I can see it. All right, moving on to the next one. We got non-trees blue. What did we put the other? What did we put the other one in?
I've got that one as an F. I got that as an F.
Yeah, that's terrible.
Now the Minnesota looks way too small.
Why is the A so much taller than every other letter? That alone bothers me.
Don't you know you capitalize the first and last letter of every state?
What we got going on here?
Yeah, it's just a poorly done jersey. It looks sloppy. It's trash.
He looks very frumpy in it. Like when I look at the picture, I know he looks disappointed, but everything looks very frumpy.
It's always been hard to make Kevin Love's body look good in anything. So,
that's true.
Yeah.
It's so plain, and then you where this jersey could like actually have a little bit of potential. You'd be like, oh, maybe they have really cool shorts to go with it. No, the shorts are the same plain BS as the jersey. So yeah, that's a no for me.
All right. So we go F. I tend to agree.
Yep.
So next one, skip on that one because I think we did that one. But where's the nice picture of Mike Miller? Oh, there he is. Speaking of Mike, speaking of the long shorts. By the way, I was watching like a college basketball game from like 2010. Man, are their shorts longer? Like it looks like they're wearing pants. Like it's crazy. Anyway. What do we think
Give
of
it
this?
2 or 3 more years, and they're gonna have tiny shorts. All the kids now are tiny.
Oh yeah. Short shorts are back. Are definitely back. So what do we think of this? The Mike Miller looking. Are we going F again, or D or F with this, or do you think it looks better?
I would be like in the. What did we put like in the C? I would go D on that. C or D.
That's where we put the other one.
D.
It's not an F.
There's so much happening.
Yeah, it's not an F, but it's definitely a D, and it might only get a D because Mike Miller is holding the ball on this one.
Is that
yeah.
is that Michael Red?
Yeah, I think so.
Those shoes are clean too, Mr. Miller. To match
The
everything
green
else.
laces? Yeah.
Yeah,
Fun fact,
matching everything.
I once drank a Gatorade that was Mike Miller's. My dad was at a business meeting, and Mike Miller. It was right when Mike Miller was coming here, and I think Mike Miller was at the same place and left a Gatorade on the table, and he brought it home, and I got to drink it. So that's a pretty cool story.
Did he drink some of it already?
Yeah, no, I drank that. Yeah, it's gone.
But
got a little bit
after
of-
he drank some, did he have some
No,
of it already?
no, you don't know. It was a full Gatorade. It was just in his possession.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought you might have had a little bit of Mike Miller in your DNA. I was
No.
Yeah.
gonna say you better watch out on that.
Yeah, I mean, my 3-point percentage went up pretty significantly after
I
that.
believe it.
So just a few left. It's
Give me
Wally.
the blue.
Speaking of,
Oh yeah,
it's coming.
That's
It's
trash.
coming.
Okay.
that's not trash.
That's like right around.
Thank you,
That's-
Getty
that's
Images.
terrible. Yeah, you give me a D on that, I'll take anything as low as you're willing to put that. I'm willing to take it.
Okay, Jared, what do we
But I
think?
mean, I just don't like those jerseys. But I like that one better than the black one. So I guess I'd give it a D or a C. I don't know where I put the
C?
black.
Okay.
I would say it's a C because it's my least favorite of the three. I would say black, then white, and then the blues would be the lowest for me.
Okay,
I'll
yeah.
go C.
I'm C as well. What do we think? And you see it right here on who's behind Wally? Is that
Felipe Lopez from
Felipe Lopez?
Ooh.
Okay. Do we
from
yes,
St. John's.
yay or nay on the side with the where my mouse is right here, the Wolves logo on the side of the shorts? Yay or nay on that?
Well, I know Chris
Was-
is going to
is
say he
that-
hates them.
Well, it looks pretty terrible. I thought that was like superimposed on there. Is that really on the shorts that big?
Yeah.
It looks like
And the back of the shorts seems kind of odd place to have that logo. They should have put that on the front and this whatever this MT thing we got going on in the bottom right of Zerbiak's on the back. Just my
All right,
opinion.
we'll go C. And I think it's time for Chris's main event here. I just got to find it quick. No, not that one.
Does it look
basically
anything like
what-
this?
There we go.
That's
The
it.
baby blues. The baby blues with the green, with the
Dude, those
white
shorts with the green letters, dude, get out of here.
S tier.
I mean, that's S tier. That's league wide S tier, if you ask me.
Yeah.
those-
I would love if they just brought it back even for a couple games.
Dude,
I
this
think that would
logo
be
here on the shorts too is sick.
The old Shep dog.
It's also
Yeah,
like
sure.
we were talking about how some of the other jerseys, like the one with the river and stuff, are like super busy, you know?
Yeah,
Like this one up top, it's not super busy. It's just kind of cool with the green and blue. I'm S tier as well, Jared. I think we got to give him S tier.
I think it's going to be in the S tier. Well, you know, one of my complaints on one of our older retro jerseys was the 3-tiered stripe, and it looks like there's only 2 on this one, or maybe even 1. Yeah,
just one
that's
stripe right through the middle.
I like that. Yeah, it's going to be S tier for me too.
Which
All right.
is strange that it is kind of strange that they have different piping on the same, unless this is a different year, but that is a little strange. You'd think they'd keep the same piping on all of them.
I think if you
By the
roll
way-
up, yeah.
I mean, you're also looking at a Mount Rushmore of Timberwolves for me right there too.
Good old
Ryder?
JR.
I mean, when we drafted Anthony Edwards, I was like, dude, he reminds me of J.R. Ryder. That's what I told everybody, and people took that as as a negative. I was like, no. Like J.R. Ryder was a beast.
Yeah.
Like he didn't have his head right sometimes, but like as on the court, that cat, I mean, he would go right at Michael Jordan. He would go right at everybody. Like he was a killer.
Yeah. Man, I wish there was more like footage on YouTube of those days, because I'd go back and like watch old. I want to see the beginning of KG as well.
That was
some of
this.
the early
That was
games.
like this time. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
There's
absolutely.
there's a blocked shot where I remember I was watching it. Somehow there's like a long rebound and like Patrick Ewing didn't get back or something, so he like caught it at like the 3-point line and turned and started going down court with it. And it was Patrick Ewing versus the rim, right? And J.R. Ryder flies back and just meets him at the rim with this crazy block shot on Patrick Ewing. It's awesome. Awesome video.
Yeah, I'll have to look that up. And unfortunately, I think we kind of end with a dud. There's really only one left, and it's unless we've done this. Tell me if we've done this one. I don't think we've done this one yet.
Oh, it's so bad.
Terrible.
F,
It is a hard sell. It is a hard sell when you have Kevin. I mean, Kevin Love does not look good in a jersey. So like
Right.
all of the ones with him are really low.
I would
think we
put.
do have that. Is
I'd
that
put
in
that
D?
in-
I think we.
I think I'd put
already.
in.
Have we
I
done
think
it?
I think I'd put that in the
Yeah,
D tier.
we've done this one. We've done this one. I'm sorry. So that's it from what I got. Unless we're missing anything. So let's get K-Love out of there. Let's look at the final. Let me move it up a little bit. We happy with
basically,
this?
go back to the classic colors and the blue ones.
Yeah.
Because
I agree.
Classic blue and S tier for both of them.
So I would say after looking at this, I think we've had some bad jerseys. Like I think we've had
bottom
more
heavy.
bad than good.
I'd make an argument that neon needs to be bumped up to an A. But other than that, well, I don't know. We have the trees in that. The black trees are in B territory too. Oh yeah, looks like a pretty good list though.
All right, sounds good. Well, I'll post this online. Sorry, guys, we went a little later than we thought, but hey, it was fun. Chris, thanks so much for being here.
Yeah, for sure, man. Let's hope that this new era of Timberwolves owners takes a look at our list and revamps
Absolutely.
what we got going on.
I'm mailing this to A-Rod and Lori right after this. So,
and we've got the new Bob Dylan ones for this year that have the colors down the side, the squares, based off the big mural that they have right downtown.
Yeah, and maybe we'll have to revisit this in a couple years, and maybe there'll be more jerseys. Jared, thanks so much for doing this. It was fun.
Absolutely, man. The time flies when you're having fun. This was a fun one to do.
Absolutely.
Right.
And this is the Everything's Coming Up Timberwolves podcast. Well, kind of podcast today, more opinion. But make sure to like, share, and subscribe on YouTube and follow us on Spotify so you never miss an episode. And make sure to subscribe because we're trying to get to 150 subscribers. So help us out. Subscribe if you can. And it's very easy to. Just hit the subscribe, hit the bell, and you'll be able to know when a new episode is out. We talk Wolves basically as much as we can once a week during the season, but as much as we can in the off season. And as always, go Wolves.